Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Please be joined by Aidan Moore of Battle Creek Central Cross Country and Track. How's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. So, since we last talked to you, obviously track season has started, and how has that been going for you?
It's been going good. I mean, we're about four meets in, I want to say, four or five. And first meet didn't go as I wanted to. Got a little bit of soleus issue. But I got back and yeah, I mean, it's going great. I mean, every meet I've season PR'd, just, knocking that time down. To just PR and just keep knocking those times down till the end of the season. So yeah, it's been going good though.
Yeah. What really are your goals heading into, this track season? This is, your last go around at it and all that stuff.
Basically, I mean, my main goal is to just have fun. I mean, you only get four um, high school track seasons, and so I'm really just trying to soak it all up. So that's my main goal is to just have fun, have fun with the competition, with um, these last meets coming up, and yeah, and then some. I mean, some more serious goals are to obviously I want to get into the I want to get for sub 410. I want to get sub, I want to get down to the lower teens in the 2 mile. And yeah, those are basically my main three goals so far.
Okay. Yeah. So, what is your favorite event to run, you think?
Um, so obviously people know that I'm more of a mile, 2 mile guy, but this season I've been experimenting with some mid distance races. So my coach put me in the 4x4 and I ran a good time. I mean, I ran a 53, and so um yeah, he keeps putting me in it and I keep getting faster, and probably the 4x4 is my favorite event that I've done. So yeah.
Okay. So, so coming into, to that, like, what was that like to run that race? Like, is there a different approach, mindset heading into that than what you would do for like a mile, 2 mile? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know how to run a 400. Um I'm still learning. And so, I mean, obviously it's a total mindset change from running the 3200 and then right after having to run the 4x4. Like, you could say that I'm kind of just like checked out, and I just, the 4x4 is, oh, it's fun, but like it's really like it's really serious. If you're actually racing someone. And so, before, like, after the 2 mile, I'm like all smiles, all like giddy, all excited. But like once I get that baton, like it's just like a mental shift, and I'm just like locked in, and I'm just like, if I have to catch someone, that's my goal. And yeah, I guess you could say it's a big mental shift, obviously, because it's a lap. You can't really pace it. You have to just go all out, and hopefully you make it to the end. um which is something I'm not very used to, but it's better. It's good practice for my top end speed. It's good for practicing my final laps for the mile or 2 mile, or like the last 400 of a race. So yeah.
Okay. So I know we kind of talked about this before we started recording, but you don't have much longer in your high school career.
No, I don't.
What's going through Aiden's head right now? Like, are you counting down the days? Are you trying to soak it all in? How are you kind of approaching these final few weeks?
I would say both, obviously I'm trying to soak in track season, my final track season. Obviously I want school to be over. Um, but I feel like I'm rushing it more than soaking it up because all of the fun things that happen at my school happen after we get out of school, like prom or graduation and like the state meet. And so yeah, I guess now that I'm saying it, I'm gonna try to, soak it up more. Because it is bittersweet. You only go through high school once. So yeah, I mean this last month I'm just gonna try to go as easy as I can and just soak it all in.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that, prom, graduation. You ever think those days were ever going to come?
Um, I mean, they no, not really. I mean, when I entered high school, I was like, man, that is so far away. That's 4 years of my life. That's such a long time when I think about it. But when I look back during freshman year, I'm like, I mean, it really wasn't that long. As they say, like as the years go, as the years go, they get faster and faster, and it is true. Um, and I just didn't really realize that until later on, and um, yeah, they did come really fast. So
Well, to be fair, when you entered in high school, it was also the COVID year.
that is true. So that I feel like that made it go by a little faster. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that was freshman year, a long time ago.
Yeah, can you believe that it's been that? I mean, crazy that's how it all started, and now you're almost.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously we covered this the last time you were on here, but of course, after this, heading to Michigan State to be part of, that program's cross country and track team.
Yeah.
What, I know we talked a lot about this when you were on here last time, but to know that you're going to run in the Big Ten, and kind of the first year of a new with all these new teams coming in from the from the West Coast in that first year. What's that going to be like as part of like the first year of this new conference?
Um, I I think there's going to be better competition, obviously, being at a small school or not a very small school, but being in a small city with not a big running company, it's hard for, unless I go to a bigger meet with my future teammates, um, it's just hard for people to push push me to my maximum potential. And so I feel like, starting this new era, if you want to say, I feel like it'll come with a lot of new potential. And I mean even a lot of people, but like I feel like I'm really gonna find um just like that new if I gear, if you want to say, that I really need to push me. And I'm just really psyched to find out my max potential.
Absolutely. All right. What are your goals for this? You know, if what would you be satisfied with at the end of the year?
Um, I mean, I kind of that's a hard question because I mean, I don't really leave my goals up to a strict time. I just say I want to I want to get under 410. So I'm not limiting myself to a time. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, my dad taught me that last cross season, and I really like the way of thinking because I mean, if I say like, oh, I want to run 408, then like once I run 408, my mind will be satisfied. And so I feel like I'm never, whatever I end up with, I'm going to be satisfied with. But I just, I don't want to mark it as something, even because I could have gone faster, or, you never know. So I feel like whatever I end up with, I'll be satisfied with, just if it's under 4:10, under 9:15. So yeah.
All right. Aiden, thanks again for coming on, and we'll have you on again. Have you on again, and maybe to recap the track season and all that.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.